So if you're not already familiar with the Google Ads Keyword Planner tool, this is a very helpful way to kind of get a sense of what's going on with the keywords in a given niche or area. You can see the search traffic, a whole bunch of different things. The good thing about the Keyword Planner tool is that it's data from Google Ads. So if you're planning on running ads on Google, you can use their data, to see exactly what's going on, which is kind of a no-brainer, right? And to do that, make sure you're in your Google Ads account. Then come over here to Tools, and then under Planning, you'll see the Keyword Planner option right here. When you select that, you're going to see a page that looks kind of like this. And personally, I like to use the Discover New Keywords option from right here. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to pop open this window where we can do it a couple different ways. You can put in your target keyword, the location that you're targeting, and you can actually filter some different keywords by putting a website in here. I typically don't use this. You can also start with your website. I typically don't do that either. I would typically just enter in some what we call seed keywords, or like some initial keywords, and then Google will expand out to other related keywords. So maybe something like Phoenix plumbers. Once you've put the keyword in, you need to click the return button there, or the key button, and that's going to add that keyword in there. So Phoenix plumbers, maybe you would do like Phoenix drain cleaning, any type of product or service that you're looking to advertise. And because we're using the city name in the keywords, we could potentially check the search volume across the whole United States, because especially in Phoenix, Arizona, there are people that just winter in the area, so they live up north and spend the winters down in Phoenix. And when they're up north, they may have an issue with their plumbing, like their neighbor's like, hey, you got a leak in your backyard or something. And so they need to call a plumber in Phoenix. So you kind of have to keep in mind like who you're targeting, right? Whereas if we were to say something like plumbing near me, then we would also want to choose the location. So we could say like Maricopa County, which is basically going to be like most of Phoenix. We can remove the United States. There is one other county in the area, which is Pinell County. So that's going to be basically the whole Phoenix area, right? If we click Save here and click Get Results, then this is going to show us the search traffic in our area, which we can see plumbing near me actually gets the most search volume, like 14,800 searches a month. It does fluctuate from month to month, so if you hover over this graph right here, you'll be able to see that there are some months where it's more active, some months where it's less active. It really just kind of varies from keyword to keyword. We're going to also be able to see the 3-month change. If you hover over any of these, it's going to tell you more or less what they mean. And so the 3-month change is basically how the data has changed over the last 3 months. Year-over-year change is how much the search traffic has changed this month, this year, over the same month last year. Competition, how many people are actually advertising on the keyword. Typically, higher competition keywords are worth more, and we can kind of see that, like 24-hour plumbing near me, high competition. It's one of the more costly keywords, $135 per click on the top end, $60 on the low end. And basically, if somebody's searching for a 24-hour plumber, it's going to be like in the middle of the night, and there's going to be an emergency, and they don't care who comes up over to their home to fix the issue because, their basement is flooding or something. Like, they need it fixed immediately. And so it's going to convert into a sale at a really high rate. So a lot of people will try to go for the low competition keywords thinking, oh, if I'm the only one advertising on this keyword, it's going to be great. which can be the case, right? Like here's emergency plumber near me, which is very similar. It's saying that it's low competition, although I think that that's probably not super accurate because based on the cost per click, it's one of the higher cost per click keywords as well, right? So lots to consider when you're analyzing what keywords you're going to be advertising for, but I'm trying to just give you a 500-foot view of how this works. Then I kind of skipped over these and was just talking about them, but there's the top of page bid low range and top of page bid high range, which basically just means on the low end, you're going to pay $51 per click if you're wanting to show up at the top of the search results. And on the high end, you might pay $121 per click to show up in the search results. Now, in my experience, if your ads are performing really well and you're providing a good user experience, meaning when somebody does a search for something and they see your ad and click on it and go to your landing page, it's what they were expecting to find. If that's the case, then you're usually going to be able to get into this lower end range. If you aren't really, sophisticated with the way your ads are set up, if you're new to the platform, you don't really know how things should be set up, you might end up spending more closer to this high end range. That's just what we see when we analyze a lot of client accounts or people who reach out to us for help. So if you want to get into this lower range, you might consider reaching out to us. We can help you get your ads set up properly so that you can get a lower cost per click. But either way, there's another little trick here that I like to use, which is to come over to the refine keywords option here. And I like to expand this first option. And I like to get rid of all of the competitors. Because if someone's searching for ABC plumbing, they may be like pissed off because ABC Plumbing hasn't shown up for their scheduled appointment, right? So they're searching ABC Plumbing. They're going to call the phone number and complain like, hey, where are you guys at? You said you'd be here. You're not here. If that happens and they end up calling your company, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? We don't have any appointments this afternoon in your area. Did you mean to call my company? And they're like, well, this is ABC Plumbing, right? And you're like, no. They're like, oh, sorry, wrong number. I'll call the right company. And if you do that for like Roto-Rooter, you may have just spent $17 to $110 on that click for nothing, right? You're basically just evaporating money. Not a good strategy. So I like to exclude all of these competitors here and other brands. When we do this, we should see this one get removed. Yeah, so you saw that one disappear. So now these terms are actually terms people are searching for if they don't know which company they want to work with. They know they have a problem. They just need to get in touch with somebody to solve that problem. From there, what I'll typically do is export, so you can download these keywords, and I'll just export them as a CSV file and then go through and organize them and figure out, okay, it looks like we probably want to have an ad group talking about emergency plumbing and 24-hour plumbing. Those are kind of lumped together in one. Probably want to just have like a generic, Phoenix Plumbers ad group where our ads are talking about that type of stuff. So this is getting a little bit more sophisticated, but if somebody's searching for water heater repair near me, they want to see an ad that talks about water heater repair, and they want to go to a page that talks about water heater repair, and then they're going to feel like they're finding what they're looking for. That's what we call a good user experience on this platform, and that's going to help us get closer to this $35 per click range. Now there's a lot of work that goes into that, and it has to be done the right way, which is why I was saying, if you want help getting closer to this level, you can reach out to us and we can support you with that. But at least this way, you have a good set of keywords to target. You can export them, kind of categorize them, lump them into topic groups, and create unique ad groups for each with different ads that talk about exactly what the person's searching for. Send them to a page. Hopefully your pages are optimized for ads, but send them to a page relating to whatever it is that they searched for. A couple of other little things, you can broaden things out here. It's going to give you some ideas. if you want to. If you feel like, if you're looking at this graph here and you're seeing like there's only 500 searches a month in your area, you're like, man, that's really not a lot. You can start expanding it out here. You can expand the geographic area, you can change the language, some different ways that you can start to expand the targeting to figure out ways in which you can get in front of more people. There's also some, negative keywords. So you can add in some negative keywords. It's going to allow you to organize your keywords. I've never actually used this tool, but it looks like you can auto-organize them now. So this is going to kind of help you do what I was talking about. I like to do this manually. There's saved keywords. You can kind of forecast some changes from your saved keywords. So there's some different options up here, but predominantly it's just going to be about putting the right keywords in here, targeting the right area, excluding other companies, because that usually doesn't result in good quality leads, especially if you're in a service-based industry. It's a little bit different if it's e-commerce. And then just export all of these, organize them, and now you know which keywords you want to target, and you can start creating your ads and everything from there. So I hope you found this helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there. Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies and different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here, and really just see that this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website, and look forward to working with you.